Go on, travelers. Welcome to another episode of Going Crazy at Home with Pastor John. So, if you guys remember, we've been traveling all over the world. We went to Brazil, we went to New Zealand, right? And we found all those cool souvenirs. We found a stuffed sheep, we found a rain stick, and we've been learning all about God and looking at His creation and learning how God is Lord and all these awesome things about God. And we've just been looking at all the different things that He created and seeing what we can learn through that, right? So we're going to keep traveling, we're going to keep going all over the world, figuring out new things. We're going to pick a new place in the world to go to today. The only clue we have so far is that it has one river, and without that river, the entire place would just be sand. Now, I mean, that doesn't sound too great to me, but you know what? Hey, maybe it'll be awesome. Maybe we'll find the river. Personally, I like it when it's not too hot. I have a feeling it's going to be very hot, probably. All right, well, Hooper, where do you hope we go?
Oh, that's an easy one. If I can go anywhere, I want to go to Wakanda and meet the Black Panther.
As cool as Wakanda would be, I hate to break it to you, but Wakanda's not real. It's just in the movie Black Panther and stuff, but it would be a really cool place to go to. I do agree. So, you know what? That's a good question, actually, that reminds me of something I wanted to ask you guys. I want you to think of a fake place. So think of some place made up. What's the number one place you'd want to go to? Your number one made up place to go to. Could be in a video game, a movie, anything you could think of. Shout it out. We got Wakanda from Hooper. What do you guys got? Anything? Those are some good answers. All right, so now let's go to a real place. Let's travel right now. But if we're going to travel, I think we need some traveling tunes. So let's worship God as we travel to wherever we're going.
My healer, my God, you're my Lord, my provider, you're my Father, my Savior, my Lord. Whoa, we know your name, we trust in you, for you are great. Whoa, we look to you for all our days, you'll see us through. Shepherd, my healer, my God, you're my Lord, my provider, you're my Father, my Savior, my Lord. Whoa, we know your name, we trust in you, for you are great. Whoa, we look to you for all our days, you'll see us through. We know your name, we trust in you, for you are great. We look to you for all our days, you'll see us through. We know your name. You are great.
Oh, man. It is hot. There's a lot of sand. Oh, a lot of sand. Now I'm starting to understand that clue. What's that?
This place is amazing. Oh, sand everywhere. It's like a giant litter box. Oh, all the places I can poop, all the possibilities are endless.
No, no, Quill. Okay, that doesn't mean you can just go wherever you want to go. That's just wrong. This isn't your kingdom. It's disgusting. All right, well, let's try to figure out where we are before I overheat. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna share my screen with you guys, and let's take a look at some of the clues that we got for where we are.
Alrighty, let's take a look. Alright, so the first one is, we heard this one before, the country has one river, and without it, it would be all sand. So we clearly know about the sand. Alright, so we got that. Second clue is, the wrappings from one mummy found here could stretch for a mile. Dang, that mummy was wrapped up. But, I mean, I think I know the place that has mummies, but, could it be possible that other places had mummies too? I don't know. Alright, let's go to the last one. The oldest and largest pyramid in existence is located in this country. Oh, I definitely got it. It's Egypt!
Marhaban, my mummies! That's how the Egyptians say hello in their native language, Arabic. Well, I may have added the mummies part, but you get the point. I'm Wander Round, and at your request, I'm here to confirm you are in fact on the continent of Africa in the country of Egypt. Welcome to the land of the desert pyramids, GeoQuesters. You may be wondering why you've wandered all the way over to the land of sand and Nile crocodiles. Well, why don't we ask our mummy friends? I guess they're keeping things under wraps. In the meantime, you could get to work on building a pyramid. After all, it took 20,000 workers 23 years to build one. So for us, just doing the math, carry the 1 times 5, divide that by 26 for some reason, and well, we'll leave that to the professionals. Phew! Woo! You may notice it gets a little hot out here in the desert, and if you're holding out hope for some rainfall, keep on dreaming. Egypt only gets about 1 inch of rain per year. Yeah, you heard that right. 365 days and only 1 inch? That's like half a pinky's worth of rain. Temperatures can be a scorcher, getting up to 114 degrees in the hottest part of the summer. So even if that rainfall did come, I'm guessing it would just dry right up. Egypt isn't a completely dry land though. There is a river that runs through it called the Nile, and while that houses crocodiles, Egypt is also home to a variety of other animals like jackals, gazelles, and cobras. Ugh, no thank you. How about something a little cuter? Did you know that here in Egypt, cats are considered to be a sacred animal? Take that, cobras! Enough meowing around. I bet you're ready to find out what souvenir you're looking for today. It's a good one too. I've loaded the coordinates into GeoQ. You'll find your souvenir at 30 degrees to 39 degrees north Interstate Highway. Well, if that's not enough, you know I've got you covered. Wander around doesn't make you wander around. Here's a few hints to get you going. Don't judge it by the outside or you'll miss half of the prize. It's the color of the sands, and back in the beginning, you'll find it deep within the tombs. Best of luck to you. Come back once you found the souvenir.
Wow, so we're in Egypt. We gotta find the souvenir. That sounds pretty cool. What, Cat?
I knew I liked this place. Haven't you seen the hieroglyphics? The humans here used to serve the cats. I think I could get used to this place.
Well, that's a scary thought. Either way, buddy, your time is over. Okay? Alright, so we're in Egypt. We gotta figure out what that souvenir is. So he said that if you see only like the outside, that you're gonna miss part of it. So that means there's a second part on the inside. So that could be like a box or a book, because they have more on the inside, like the story and boxes, things on the side of it. All right, and then the second one is that it's the color of the sand, and the sand here is like a goldish brown kind of color, so maybe it's like gold or brown. All right, so we got that, and then it said that it would be found when the pyramids were first built, that it would be found in the depths of a pyramid. What's in the depths of a pyramid? Has anyone ever been inside a pyramid before? No? Yeah, me neither. What would be inside? Oh, wait. Duh. They used to serve ice cream inside of pyramids. What?
Oh, yeah, I just want to say, yeah, that makes perfect sense since it's so hot outside. Of course they would serve ice cream inside the pyramids.
Oh, you are both so dumb. No, they didn't serve ice cream inside of pyramids. Clearly, it's a mummy.
Yeah, you know what? That makes more sense. Mummies. Because pyramids were like giant tombs for where people put mummies, when they wrapped up people when they passed away. So we're looking for a mummy. Anyone see a mummy around here? Hey, over there, we found the mummy. I think we unlocked the Bible story video.
Whew! I was starting to think you got swept away in the sands of time. Maybe stuck in a sand trap. Or worse, eaten up by some quicksand. Whoa! Whew. But no, you didn't get wrapped up in anything like that. Get it? Wrapped? Like the mummy you found? Anyways, the whole mummy thing is super interesting. When someone died, ancient Egyptians would cover the body in a powder, wrap it up in layers of linen, and then place the body down into a coffin. Those Egyptians were trying to care for those who died. But do you know who cares for us the most and can even heal us when we aren't feeling too hot? God! That's right, God is the ultimate healer and still heals people today. In the Bible, there was a king named Hezekiah. King Hezekiah was a pretty young guy when he first took over and ended up being one of the greatest kings of all time. Yeah, I said it. He was a goat, like the king goat. Old Hezi remained faithful to God, and because of this, he was successful in everything he did. When King Hezekiah was around 39 years old, he became very sick. And we're not talking like the case of the sniffles, no way. He was so sick that God sent him a message through a prophet named Isaiah. The message told Hezekiah to go ahead and get things in order, that he wasn't going to get better and soon he would die. So you can imagine this was pretty tough news to hear. The king wasn't ready to wrap things up quite yet. So he prayed to God and asked him to remember how faithful he had always been and how he always served God with his whole heart. Right after Hezekiah finished praying, God gave Isaiah another message for the king. This next message was quite the game changer. The message told Hezekiah that God had heard his prayers and, drum roll please, decided to heal him. That's right. God told Hezekiah that in 3 days, the king would go to the temple and then God would add 15 more years to his life. King Hezekiah was a little bit of a skeptic though, and was like, prove it! He asked Isaiah for a sign, so that God would prove he'd actually do it. And without missing a beat, Isaiah offered the king 2 options. Do you want the sun's shadow to move forward 10 steps or back 10 steps? Hezekiah knew it was pretty easy for the shadow to move forward 10 steps, so he picked the other option. Well, challenge accepted. God made the shadow go back 10 steps, and the king knew he would be healed. Hezekiah decided to go to the temple after 3 days and ended up living for 15 more years. 15! That's because God kept his promise and healed Hezekiah. God has many names, and one of those names is healer because, well, God's a healer. You see, God really cares about us. He really wants us to be healthy physically, like with our bodies, emotionally, with our feelings, mentally, with our thoughts, and spiritually, in our relationship with Him. That mummy you found is a great reminder that God can heal any sickness we have. He may not always heal in the way that we would choose, but we can be sure that God is our healer. The best of the quest isn't over yet. We've got lots of ground to cover, and I can't wait to see you next time.
Wow, isn't that so awesome? It's so good to know that God is our healer. You see, as people, we look for a lot of things to heal us, and we look for a lot of things to help us, whether it be mom and dad, or a doctor or a nurse. And all those people, yeah, they can help us, and doctors and nurses have the ability to do things that, they know things about our body, and can give us medicines to help heal us. But in the end, the one who ultimately heals us is God, the one who helped show us how to discover medicine and make medicine, the one who gave us the ability to learn about, gave doctors the ability to learn how to do surgeries and help people with broken parts of their body, or when their body's just not working right. God gave us all that knowledge. And in the end, God is the ultimate one who knows how our body works, how our mind works, how everything works. And he's the ultimate healer. Now, even in situations where even people don't think you could be healed from something, God can provide healing. God can heal in any situation, whether it be something that we need maybe in our mind. Maybe our mind is hurting, and we're sad, or we feel broken. God can heal us and make us feel whole again. Or if it's something physical where we feel like, we're really sick, or something, we maybe a broken arm or a leg or anything like that, God can provide healing. But we just have to ask him for it and have faith that God will come through. Now, it may not always come through in the way that we want it to, and there may not be a healing in every situation that we want it to be, but God always has a reason for everything, and God has a purpose for everything that he does. And God always has the ability to heal, and we can trust in that because he is ultimately always our healer. Sometimes it'll come through just providing peace in a situation where maybe we've been feeling sick and we really need to feel better. Maybe God will provide peace first. Or maybe God will just start making us feel better little by little. Or sometimes it'll just come like that, and he'll just heal us just like that. That's the power and the ability God has to heal us. So when we hear about sicknesses or anything going on, yes, we need to be smart. We need to listen to our parents and do what they say. If doctors tell us that it's the best thing to make sure we're washing our hands and we're put on our mask, God wants us to use wisdom. That's what he gave us a brain for, right? He wants you to be smart. So we have to remember to listen to the people that God has placed above us, right? We learned about that a couple weeks ago. We're going to listen and respect people that are put above us, but no matter what, in the end, we can always trust and remember that God is our healer. Whether we need it in our heart, whether we need it in our mind, or whether we need it physically, God can do and heal anything. So that's what we need to know for today, that God is our healer. So when I say God is, I want you guys to point up. When I say my healer, I want you to put your hand on your heart. So I'm going to put up the need to know for you guys right now. God is my healer. God is my healer. God is my healer. All right, guys. So that's all we got left for today. I'll see you guys again on Sunday, where the Fear Busters are coming back to bust some more fears. See you later.